Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Yanagi and lighter kits are finally out. This is going to be a first impression video because as of making of this video, the kits are not fully yet translated from Chinese, so we have to wait for that, but we have some overviews and stuff like that. In this video, I will specifically focus on first impressions of Yanagi kit. She's a very interesting character. We're finally getting an actual disorder amplifier type of character. She will improve your disorder damage within anomaly teams. Let's begin with the kit overview and then I'll go over my thoughts and impressions about it. Let's start with your basic attack. It consists of 5 stages with 2 modes. The first mode increases resistance to interruption, while the second mode deals higher damage and enhances interruption capabilities. I believe this is the first type of basic attack with stances. We're gonna have 2 different stances with different type of attack strings. You might be thinking that it's beneficial only to stay in the higher damage stance, but the rest of the kit promotes her to swap between these stances. As we will go on, you'll understand more of it. Let's continue with her core skill. When an X special attack hits an enemy, they receive a debuff that increases the electric damage they take from Yanagi by 20%. Do know that the X special attack can be done by anybody within your team to trigger this debuff, which is very nice. And also, if disorder is triggered, this multiplier will be increased by 300%. The debuff will last for 15 seconds and refreshes upon repeated activation. This is bread and butter of Yanagi. She will improve your disorder damage within anomaly teams. She should pair up very nicely with Bernice, because Bernice has the ability to inflict burn status effect without being on field, thanks to her afterburn mechanic. So setting up disorder big damage here, it's not gonna be difficult as long as you're playing something like Yanagi with Bernice. As for her additional ability, she will have an increased anomaly buildup by 70% after switching basic attack modes and using a chain attack or assist. And this is why you want to switch between the stances of her basic attack, even if one stance deals less damage, because you want this anomaly buildup after all. Now let's talk about her special attacks. The normal special attack can be used after 3rd or 5th stage of basic attack, and it will allow you to switch to the 3rd stage of the other mode basic attack. While switching, it can block enemy attacks. So this is the way how you're gonna switch between the stances while you're doing your basic attacks, which is very interesting. So this seems very cool, and also while switching you can block enemy attacks, which means you're not gonna be like in a situation where, oh, I can dodge the damage while I'm trying to do this long chain attack string. You'll be just able to block it to some extent, so this seems very nice. As for her X special attack, attacks using both modes simultaneously, putting Yanagi in a special state. After the 5th stage of a basic attack or any other attack, the next basic attack starts from the 3rd stage. If it hits an enemy in an anomaly condition, it deals an additional 400% special AoE electric damage, and if the target is in a non-electric anomaly condition, this damage is considered disorder damage. And this is very important that it's considered disorder damage because it should align with her core skill for that extra multiplier increase. And this is why you want to use X special attack to trigger shock, especially when you're close to 100% of anomaly buildup, parting, whatever you want to call it, so you will do massive damage. This seems a very intricate character where you do have to time your things with the X special attacks and so on to line up the disorders. But I think with characters like Bernice, it's going to be facilitated because Bernice can get that fire anomaly buildup from off-field as well. Now let's also quickly talk about Yanagi V engine. It increases electric anomaly buildup by 30%. When the special attack hits an enemy, it increases 75 anomaly, and when mastery is above 400%, disorder damage is increased by 25%. This is a pretty strong V engine, but you need to hit 400 anomaly mastery. It's probably gonna be possible either with her kit or something like that. You should be able to get this number just by using V engine. I don't think any mindscapes will be required to push for that above 400 mastery or anything like that, so I wouldn't worry about that. But definitely this V engine is very powerful because it's going to allow you to build up anomaly even faster and also do more disorder damage. So overall with Yanagi, she she will improve anomaly teams for disorder damage specifically. There are some concerns whether she's gonna work with older characters or not, or she's gonna be like it's with Bernice and maybe some other newer characters, and that's about it. As of right now, you don't want to play any mono electric teams or any mono type of teams with Yanagi whatsoever. You want to play teams where you will get the disorders. So you have electric plus something like fire, let's say Bernice, and you're good to go. I can definitely say just by this overview that Bernice will definitely, by the looks of it, be best in slot teammate for Yanagi, simply because she can trigger that burn status effect without being on field and making it so much easier. The possibility of potentially Jane also working with Yanagi to some extent, it's possible, but we're not certain how much on field we have to play with Yanagi. The more Yanagi has to be played on field, the less likely you'll want to pair up with characters like Jane, which also wants to be played on field. But I would believe that Yanagi is most likely not going to be an actual full-time on-fielder, but more like just coming out on the field to do her combo and then switch out. And I would believe this based on Chaos Jazz. Chaos Jazz as the drive disc is definitely going to work with her, and has an interesting effect that when you're switching on field with that set, the buff will only continue for 5 extra seconds. So that means that if you use Chaos Jazz on Yanagi, but if she was like an actual full-time on-fielder, you wouldn't benefit from this set as much because it only lasts 5 seconds after you switch to on-field. So I would believe that MiHoYo wouldn't release a character that would not synergize well with a drive disc set that's pretty much surely made for her, since it also provides electric damage bonus and also increases X special and assist attack damage, which also does benefit her greatly. So I guess this is it for this video. As we get the kits fully translated, I will have another video about Yanagi with full kit analysis. These are just first impression for now. And of course, if you have any questions on anything like that, feel free to ask me in the comments down below, or even better, feel free to ask me on my streams. I stream every single day on Twitch/YouTube. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I wish you a wonderful day and see you in the next video.